Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm so excited to be here today to finally be filming this video. I have wanted to do this video, I feel like, for a really long time. I feel the same way about my beauty room. I feel like it's not quite there, so I don't want to show people, or I don't want to like put it on display for all the world to see, because I feel like there's like little this and little that or whatever that I want to like fine tune or purchase or whatever. But I am really happy with my kit where it is right now, and I feel really confident in it, and I love the products that I'm using, so I figured I would share it with you guys for any other makeup artists that are out there, just to see what other people use. I am always excited to see what other people are using. I feel like these are one of my favorite videos to watch. The what's in my kit videos from all different makeup artists and hairstylists and stuff, just because I feel like it's so interesting to see what other people are using and loving, to see, like, compare it to what I'm using and loving, and sometimes I can find a new product that I absolutely love just from watching another makeup artist video. So for those of you that don't know, my name is Tracy, and I am the owner of Tracy Catlin Beauty. And I'm a makeup artist and a hairstylist for weddings, and I'm going to show you what's inside my kit today. So this is my actual makeup kit. If you guys want a separate video on what I keep in my hair kit, let me know down below, and I'd be happy to do that for you guys. The Come Here Professionals USA bag. I got this off of Amazon. I think it was around $150, but it did come with a top portion that goes on top, and that's where I keep all of my hair kit accessories and products. So and it does come with a strap as well. It has little things on the side here that you can connect a strap. I mostly use the strap for the hair kit if I'm only doing hair for a wedding. I never would usually put the strap on this just because it's so heavy, because there's so much in it. But I'm going to share with you guys all the ins and outs of this beautiful bag here. It's probably going to be a long one, so grab some tea, grab a snack, and let's get cozy and we'll get right into this. Alright, so we're going to start. I'm going to show you guys how it opens and all the little bags and stuff. I do have it on a chair right now, so to show you what's in it, I'm going to take it off the chair, but before we do that, I'll show you guys how it opens. It has two clasps right here in the front, and then it also has two on the sides. If you are interested in this specific bag, they have, like I mentioned before, it has the top portion that this can extend and connect to the top portion, and they both go through the suitcase handle that they have in the back, so they can go through there and connect to each other, so it's very nice and secure to carry both as a set. So that is that, and then the top opens up, and then these zip down. So in here there's a little mesh that I'm going to show you guys in just a second, and then it has two sets of drawers, which I really like, and I haven't gotten to labeling. I probably should have done that before I did this video, but like I said, I just wanted to get this up there. So I'm going to zip this back up temporarily and show you guys that it comes with side pockets as well, which I think is a really nice feature. Some bags that you get like this don't have any outside pockets, and I think this is like super crucial. One, I'm huge about organizing, keeping things compartmentalized and separated so I can keep myself organized better. So I keep all of my airbrushing stuff in here. I have a small compressor from Temptu. I don't have the bigger one yet. I may invest in that maybe next year, but this one's been doing me good so far. And then I have one airbrush gun in here. I have a very long hose. I think it's like a 12 or 14 foot hose, I think it is. And then the plug for it. I keep my extra gun down here because I, as you will see throughout this video, want to be the person who is most prepared. I don't like things to go wrong. I get anxiety quite easily. So I like to keep everything as organized as possible and keep backups of everything, so that way I can be as organized as possible. And I keep some airbrush cleaner in here. So that's it for those pockets. I keep all my airbrush over here. And then there are also pockets on the other side. Let's see if I can turn this without completely dumping it. There's these two taller pockets right here. I kind of wish it had the same pockets on the, like it does on the other side, because I do find that these pockets are, it's harder to find things to fit in here. But so like I said, these two zip down, this folds out. and this top opens. So it has these nice little straps that are undoable. You can take these straps off that you can't completely see, but it holds this top up, which I really like. But you could make it so the top can go all the way down. I personally love that it holds it up because I feel like it just, because it does have a Velcro thing that you can put your brushes here. It has little additional little pocket, it almost looks like these except they're clear and they Velcro right to it, so you can put little compartments of lip products or whatever you wanted in there. I personally don't use it because I like to use the full capacity of this right here, but it's just all depending on how you want to stack your kit. This is a dirty towel because, like I said, I just got back from a job. And this is what I usually set down. I always have at least 2 towels in my kit. I usually will have a darker one that I will work off of. I will lay this one down on whatever surface I'm working on, and I will put both of my drawers on it if we have room to do that. So that's why I have those in there. And then I have my brush cleaning ones, which was the nasty dirty one that I threw over there. Okay, so the next thing I'm going to show you guys are my lashes. This is what I keep my lashes in. I kind of switch, I get really bored with things, so I tend to like switch things up quite frequently. But this is currently what I'm putting all my lashes in. I cut all my lashes up, so all of my lashes look like this. I cut them out individually. I just feel like I get the most storage out of them that way, and it just works out really nice. So I always keep several different varieties. I keep like the Demi Wispies. I keep a very light like Ardell 110s. I keep something a little bit longer but like more natural as well. These are the Wispies 122s. I keep a couple of those. And then I always will have like baby wispies, and I have a couple more dramatic options as well. So something that's a little bit more fuller. So these are just like a little bit fuller, a little more dramatic. I don't have many brides / clients that like those, but if they do, I like to have a couple pairs in there. And outside of here, I always have like my little scissors and glue and stuff in here as well. I do also carry, what is it? The wand glue as well. And more so as a backup. I've been using the squeeze glue because I feel like I can get more glue on the lash and I feel like it lasts a lot longer. Okay, I always keep some sort of makeup wipe. I got these, I think, at the dollar store. These e.l.f. wipes. They're pretty good. I really only use these for, to clean off all the makeup off of myself. Or if there's any like fallout underneath their eyes, I'll use these for that. I don't generally use makeup wipes for my clients. I use a Bioderma micellar water, which I'll show you guys in a minute. So I don't really use these on clients, although occasionally someone will ask for a makeup wipe and I always like to have some on hand. This is getting low, so I do need to replenish this in my kit, as I do my lashes, and a lot of things in here that you'll see are running empty. This is my other extension cord. It's nice and coated with, I don't want to say cloth, it's like thread, so it's very durable. It's really nice. It's a little bit longer. Like I said, it's like 12 or 14 feet, so it can reach a little bit further of a distance, which is really nice, so I like to have that. I always keep a little mesh bag of sponges. Now here, I know there's a lot of controversy about sponges, and I'm sure as soon as I mention that I use sponges, people are going to be like, oh, but let me say, I don't use beauty blenders or anything that I'm going to use on multiple clients. I use disposable sponges, and I only use these to really kind of push the makeup into the skin and blur it out, if that makes sense. So I usually will apply foundation with a brush, a foundation brush, and then I will kind of blend it in with a sponge, because in my personal opinion, there is no application that will look as good as a sponge. A sponge just makes it melt into your skin. It blurs it out completely. It just does such a good job, where I don't feel like a brush is going to do as good of a job for me. Now I do a lot of airbrush as well, so I really only use these when I'm doing traditional makeup, or sometimes for concealer. So yes, I keep disposable sponges. I have a ton of these. I throw them out after every client. I don't reuse them. So it's not the same, but I just wanted to say that because I know there's so many people that are like, sponges. So the other thing I keep up here are my brushes. I do have the Makeup Forever. They're just brush holders. You open them up and you have all your brushes in here. I keep one for all of like my smaller brushes and then one for my bigger brushes. When I'm setting up, which if you guys want a video on how I set up everything, I can show you that too. But when I'm setting up, I keep these separate. If it's tight spacing or something, they do go inside of each other, so I can set it up like this if I need to. But generally I don't, and I keep this as like one of these lids is a trash can, and then the other lid is for my dirty brushes, so I can keep everything all nice and organized. And then to put these back on, everyone always thinks you're going to ruin your brushes. It looks like you are when you're putting it back on, but once you put it on and you buckle it, all you do is you shake them up and down, and all the brushes are completely fine. I have never had any issues. I've had these, this is my first year using these. And I've been through the entire wedding season now almost, and I haven't ruined a single brush. So pretty excited about them. I think they're really, really great and versatile, so I love these. Okay, so I always keep cotton pads in here, obviously, to cleanse their skin. Like I said before, I use the Bioderma micellar water, and I depot almost everything, but this is like running low too, but I need to refill this. But this is the Bioderma micellar water. I label everything. I get these little, I have a bunch of like these little bottles. You can get them sometimes at the dollar store, you can get them on container stores online. A whole bunch of different places have these little type bottles. TJ Maxx has them a lot of times. But yeah, so I keep these are the little Shiseido cotton squares that you can get from Sephora. I cut them in half, so you get double the amount. I think it comes with like 180, so you get like 360 if you do it that way, and it's only $10 for the big thing of the Shiseido ones. So anyway, I keep those in here, and I also keep all of my other disposables in a little container like this. I keep all of my lip wands, mascara wands. These are liquid lipstick sample things, and then regular lipstick sample jars that I keep in here. So all of my little disposables and sample things. I do keep some extra lashes. These are the Kiss, sorry, I just like ripped that off. These are the Kiss blowout lashes in Page Boy. There it is. So these are the Page Boy by Kiss lashes. They're a little bit fluffier, a little bit bigger of a blowout, kind of like it's a... I do also keep a few pairs of like foam ink lashes. I keep a couple pair of these really nice foam ink lashes. These are actually by Kiss, and they're really, really nice for foam ink lashes, and they're only like $6 or $7, maybe upwards of 10 at the priciest, but super affordable and beautiful, all in one package. I always keep a mask in here in case anyone is sick. I like to protect myself. I'll bring out this little. So in this little dish that I have in here, I have my little View Set palette that has a bunch of different lippy colors in there. I have some extra Cinema Secrets. I have an extra, this is kind of my extras bin a little bit. This is just a mascara that I haven't opened yet. My facial roller. My lash curler, my lash guard, scissors, extra glue, and extra brow gel, and then like a hair clip. And I also keep in this little compartment my body makeup. So this is the Vita Liberata Body Blur in Latte. So if anybody does want to bronze up their chest or décolletage or anything, I have that. And then this is like a little illuminator. I haven't actually used this on anyone. I think I used it on myself a little bit. Makeup by Mario uses this. It has a little roller, and it's really pretty. And it's just like a little liquid illuminator that you can just put on your skin. You can see the difference between this hand and this one. It's just super, super pretty. You can put it on their décolleté, any part of their body, like their shoulders if they're showing, anything like that. You can bronze it up a little bit and then give it a little bit of a glow. And then always, 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 which I also need to refill, you need 70% alcohol. So anything, if you have nothing else, you need to have alcohol in your kit. This is probably one of the most, aside from my brush cleaner, which of course I use Cinema Secrets, one of the most important things that you could have in your kit, because this is what's going to sanitize and keep everything nice and clean. This is what I sanitize my palettes with. This is what I sanitize my metal palettes with. my eyeliners, my lip liners, like anything that needs to be sanitized, you have to have 70% alcohol. Now, the education that I had received on alcohol, some people think the higher the alcohol, the better the sanitation, and that's not the case. So there's 90% alcohol, there's 99% alcohol, I think. I think there's even lower alcohols than 70. You need 70% alcohol. The reason being, it has to sanitize for so long. It has to absorb into the product and then, words. It has to absorb into the product and then evaporate at a certain rate in order to fully sanitize whatever you're sanitizing. So 70% is what the time allotted that it needs to actually sanitize your eyeshadows, your blushes, any powder products, or anything that you're sanitizing with this. 70%. This is what you need. So obviously I depot this and refill that as needed. I also always keep single lashes in here for a lot of, I use these a lot for my more mature clients or just clients who are not comfortable with wearing strip lashes. But these top ones are from Kiss, and they're just like a kind of like a faux mink. Just like a faux mink individual lash that's really pretty, and it gives like a nice fluttery effect. And then I also keep some Ardell's in there, which you guys probably can't even see, but they're in there, and there they go. So I always keep Ardell's, I always keep some of these Kiss ones, and I like to have options for individual lashes for all my clients that want individual lashes. So there are those. And then I have another little compartment in here. I always keep a fan. I find I don't use this very often. It's just like a fan to dry their setting spray. I probably should use this more often. So this other little compartment, like I said, I like to keep things compartmentalized. So I have these little dollar store bins that I think you get 2 for $1 or 3 for $1. I can't remember. That I like to keep things in just so it's in a place in here, not just like thrown in. So I keep in here, I have this little sample that I got from like something or other. It's just a Clorox wipe, and then I have like another little sample size of Clorox wipes in here as well. I have my little trash bags. These I also get from the dollar store, and they're the small ones that I like to put in the lid of my brush holder. I have the Anastasia lip palette in here just in case I need to mix some colors. I also carry, because I am a licensed esthetician, I carry razors in here in case someone, a bride or a client, has like some crazy mustache going on or something. I can like quickly just shave it gently, so it's not like doing a deep exfoliation or anything, because I don't want to give any redness or irritation to the skin. But I like to have them just in case anyone has like crazy sideburns or just some really crazy facial hair. I like to keep those in my kit as well. And I also found these, I think, on their website. I've never seen them in store. They're little line and define eye tape. So like, you know how some people will use tape to get that really nice defined line. You can use it to guide yourself with liner or anything. These are just like little disposable pieces of tape, and you get 40 strips in here, which you could cut in half. Like, I wouldn't use a whole strip on one. I'm all about saving money and like finding cuts where you can. So I would cut these in half and use one on each eye. But so really you could get 80 out of here. And I think this was like $2 or something, like ridiculously cheap. So I keep those in here. I keep Q-tips for cleaning my airbrush gun mostly, but occasionally I'll need to like clean up like an inner corner smudge or something that we have there too. This is what I keep my brush cleaner in. It's just an old Urban Decay all-nighter makeup setting spray bottle. This is what I keep it in to spray on my brushes or on my towel, and then I always keep a backup in here to refill if needed. And then I also have 2 stainless steel mixing palettes. This is what I use for my powder, mixing foundations. Honestly though, a lot of times I will use the back of my hand because I feel like the warmth of your body really helps to activate a lot of different foundations, concealers, cream products, all of that. It just works so much better on the back of your hand. So I will do that. I always carry a ton of these little puffs. I keep them because I wear them on my pinky. So when I rest my hand on their face, it doesn't mess up their makeup. So I always have a ton of these hanging around. And then I have this mirror that I found on Amazon. I will try and link it if I can find it. It's by Do Care, but it opens up like this, and then you can see the mirror. You can also, it stands up, like if you wanted it to. I like to just show them like this. But I like this because it's padded on both sides, so I like it for my kit because I feel like it's a little more durable. Do care, maybe that stands for durable, I don't know. I like to keep that right on the inner side right here, and then I put these two things right next to each other. And then maybe I will scoot you guys in so you can see how I'm packing this. Here is the inside of the top portion. It is quite deep. I do really like that the bottom of this is a plastic, so it's really easy to clean and wipe out. So that's really nice. I put this piece right in the front right here. And then my brushes go right here and right here, which I will have to take out and clean here in just a little bit when I'm done filming. So I keep all of this stuff just in these little compartments right there, and then my brushes go there. I will usually put my towels like right on top of here, and my lashes go right there as well. And I keep my sponges right over here. And then these two little things usually just get thrown on top because that's just how it is. My fan that I have in here, I usually will keep in a side pocket that's over down here. But for right now, it's just getting thrown in there. And then my makeup wipes go in here as well. That's the top portion. So in this little, you can't really see it, but it's like this little, inside this flap right here, there's an inside pocket. And in here, I keep all of my palettes that don't really fit in the drawers. So I have this really nice Makeup Forever palette that has all of my bronzers and a couple setting powders in here. I have this palette in my kit and I don't use it very often. It's the Sephora Pro Editorial palette. I have it labeled, of course, because that's just who I am. I don't know if you... So it looks like this. It's very bright and colorful. It does have a nice black in here, some shimmers, but I don't use this very often, but I like to keep it just in case anybody wants that really nice colorful pop or anything like that. This is my main palette that I use. I did also get this from Amazon. It's called Adept Cosmetics. And I like this because, first of all, it's like pretty and marbled. It's a little dirty, but it's super pretty. It's double-sided, which I've contemplated on taking them apart, but it's like hella dirty right now. I need to clean it. But this is the main side that I use. These are all Natasha Denona shadows. That I have her big black one that I really like. And these are from several of her different palettes. But I depotted them and put them right in here. And then this side is mostly Viseart. These right here on the side, oops, you can't see. These right here are Natasha Denona, and then these are all Viseart shadows. This is their Pro 2, I think, palette. And so I like, these are all matte. So this is like my matte side. I have three little shimmers down here that I don't really use that often, but this is mostly matte. So I like that for that side. So this is my main eyeshadow palette that I use. And then I have my bronzer palette that's in there. I also throw this one in there because it has a little bit lighter bronzing shades and contour shades and some setting powders up here. This one I think I got in like a Boxycharm or something. It's from Highlight and Contour Palette IBY Beauty. So I just have this one in here because I have it, and it's helpful to have choices sometimes, for especially for those lighter skin tones that can be really hard to find a good bronzer shade for. So these are, obviously there's four drawers on each side. I do need to label them. I have not gotten to that yet, but we'll just go like top to bottom. Actually, we'll start on this side because this is kind of the order that I use them. So in this top drawer, I have all of my skin prep items. So I have this Grace and Stella, it's a rose spray. I like to spritz that on my clients. Gives them a little hydration to their skin and kind of really preps it for makeup. I also have the Water Balm by Sonia Roselli. I have the Embryolisse, how do you say that? Late cream or light cream. It's French or something. So anyway, the Embryolisse cream that almost every makeup artist uses. There's so many good uses for this. You can use this to exfoliate the skin, hydrate the skin. You can use it as a moisturizing mask for more mature skin or somebody with severely dry skin. Like, so versatile. I highly recommend you have this in your kit. I also always carry a lip scrub, which I just usually make myself. This is just the container that I have it in, but it's just like sugar scrub and coconut oil, shea butter, all that kind of stuff in a little pod. Anyway, and then I also really like this Milani Keep It Smooth Luxe Lip Treatment. It's super soft, keeps the lips really nice and hydrated, so I really like to apply that before makeup. I also have this Dr. Rogers Restore Healing Balm. Now this can be used for lip balm, this can be used for cuticles, this can be used for burns that you get. It can be used for so many different things. So I like to keep this in my kit, one, because I do hair, and if I burn myself, it's nice to have something on hand. I also keep an oil. This is the Maracuja oil from Tarte. I just like to have that just in case someone has really severely dry skin as well. I can add it into foundations or something like that, which you can also do with the Embryolisse. So I have the Sonia Roselli Sex Appeal Depotted as well, in case I need to exfoliate anyone's skin. I have the Clinique Take the Day Off Makeup Remover. This is their eye makeup remover that you shake up. I really like that eye makeup remover. I feel like it's really gentle on the eyes. I personally have really sensitive eyes, and I can use it, so I feel like it's pretty safe. I also have this little MAC Cleanse Off Oil. I got it as a sample when I purchased things from MAC, and I just kind of kept it in here just in case I needed it. And then I have eye pads for my brides. I always like to use these to kind of give their under eye some really good hydration. It has collagen in there. It just is really nice for their skin, and it's a nice little pampering treatment for them as well. It's a special day. It's a big day, so you want them to feel really nice, special, and pampered. The second drawer is all of my primers and setting sprays and hand sanitizer. So I always have hand sanitizer in here as well. Obviously you need to keep your hands sanitized. I like to sanitize my clients' hands as well, because usually I will have them put on their own moisturizer. I know honestly, I prefer to have them do a few things. If it, one, makes my job a little bit easier, but two, it just gets it done faster, and they can just really, they know how to put on moisturizer and lip balm. So I mean, why not have them do it for themselves? Occasionally I will do it if, it just really depends on my mood, but sometimes I will have them do it, and I feel completely fine with that, with having them do that. So sanitizer. This is my Bioderma cleansing water. Like I told you guys before, I got to refill it. It's like almost gone. My two setting sprays that I carry are the Skindinavia Oil Control one and the Ben Nye Final Seal. If you are going to have no other setting spray, get the Final Seal. This is amazing. I have used it personally, and it's amazing. It's just like super glue hairspray for your face. But I use it on all of my brides. Unless they have severely oily skin, I will always use this. Occasionally, if they have oily skin, like really bad, I will use the Skindinavia Oil Control Setting Spray, which is also really, really good. I have used both of these. I kind of prefer this one, but if they have really oily skin, I do use this one. I have a few different primers in here. I have the Smashbox setting spray. This is more for like hydration as well. It's kind of like the same as my rose water spray that I use. I will use this if I just feel like I've put too much powder on their face, or they just are really dry between applications of layers of makeup, like between foundation and powder, or powder and eye, like just whatever. I will add this and just spritz it on their face to give it a little bit of a set and a little bit of hydration at the same time. I have this in here mostly because I got it in a beauty box, and I know I will never use it because it's the Glow Ahead Illuminating Face Oil. So just another type of priming oil. It's more, I would use this more for like mature skin or someone with severely dry skin, just to kind of further hydrate their skin. Sometimes one layer of moisturizer is not enough for severely dry skin or more mature skin. And this does have a little bit of a, it shows like some shimmer in it, but it doesn't really translate to the skin. So I don't mind using this on more mature skin at all. I also will always have the Hourglass Mineral Veil Primer in here. This is one of my favorite primers, especially under airbrush. I just feel like it really creates a smooth base for you to apply your airbrush to. I also have the MAC Strobe Cream because I feel like you can never go wrong with that. And then I have two NARS illuminators. I have Hot Sand and Copacabana. This is more like pinky, which I know like the lighting kind of washes things out, and this is more like of a tanny hue. So it's just a really nice thing that you can add to foundations. You can put on their face on top of foundations to give a really nice glow. So I really like having those. And that is it for primers. This drawer is all of my foundations, nothing really exciting. I use the MAC Studio Fix Fluid. I have just depotted them into these squirt bottles. I got these off Amazon. I will try and find them and link them below. I also do carry the RCMA palette. This is the VK11. I had the VK10 and I just found I wasn't getting use out of it. So I got rid of that one, but I do keep this one because I do use it a little bit. As you can kind of see, some of them are dug into. So I do like this one, especially if I'm going to cream contour, which isn't often because I don't really do that for my brides. But occasionally I'll have clients that want cream contouring or something, and so I will use that palette on them because I feel like the creaminess is really nice. And that is one of the products that I will definitely use and warm up on the back of my hand, or at least on a palette, because I feel like it works best when it's warmed up. You can't really take it straight out of the pot and put it on their skin because it just doesn't work well that way. Okay, last one is all of my Airbrush foundations. I do also have this little Laura Mercier powder in here because it won't fit anywhere else pretty much. I do use the Hydrolock Temp 2 Airbrush foundation and the MAC ones. Now, I don't know a lot of makeup artists that use these MAC ones, but let me tell you, these are phenomenal. I use them on oily or dry skin. I've never had an issue, and they work and blend beautifully. But I only have those two products in here. I have the Temp 2 Hydrolock and then the MAC. I have some of the blushes for Temp 2, highlighters, contour things, shades. So these are all of my Airbrush colors that I use. My highly most used Stila Stale Day glitter is in Kitten or Kitten Karma. I love both of those. I have both of them. And then I also carry Diamond Dust, which is just like a silver. I don't use this one quite as much, but I do still like to have it just in case. And then I have a few random NYX pigments or Wet n Wild pigments that I also use. In here I also keep my eye primers. I love the Urban Decay ones, but even more so I love the MAC paint pots, of course. Who doesn't? I have Painterly and Soft Ochre for the MAC paint pots, and then I have this anti-aging one from Urban Decay, and then also this, I think it's Toffee. Where? Oh, it's called Caffeine. So this one I like to use for deeper skin tones because I feel like it translates well on their eyelid instead of using like a lighter shade like Painterly or Soft Ochre. And then I do have a glitter primer from NYX just in case. If you want to give like a really nice pop to any sort of pigment or anything, you can put a primer underneath and it works out really well. Let's see. And then underneath I have the Temp 2. These are the brow stencils. Sorry, I couldn't get that word out. So I have these just in case. I've never used them so far, but I have them just in case I need to create like a whole new brow on somebody. And I don't have like the time to really sit there and sketch it out. So I have never had to use them, like I said, but I have them just in case. So that is it for, oh, and then I also have this, this Beauty Blender Liner Designer Pro, which I've also never used. But liner used to scare the living heck out of me. So I got this cute little tool that you can use to create liner. You just put it right up against their eye like this, and you can create a really nice line. You can also use this obviously for shadow if you wanted to, like just create a really nice precise line with it. So it goes in this cute little case, which I think is kind of excessive, but still cute, and it has a little mirror. So I guess if you wanted to, and it's like a magnified mirror, so you really want to see up and close. And then this second drawer has foundations that I don't use very often, which are more deeper shades. It has all of my concealers, which I have 4 of the MAC Pro Longwear concealers. And then I have a Laura Mercier. I have a couple of the Revolution Conceal and Define, and then I have my color corrector. So I have Peach from Becca. I have this one, and then I have also a nice burnt orange one from LA Girl and a yellow one for brightening. And then I have 2 of the MAC Face and Bodies. I have light pearl and medium deep pearl. So I really like to add these into foundations to give that really kind of luminous, sheer it out a little bit, glow almost. And then I have 2 of the MAC concealer palettes in, this is in light and in medium. So I occasionally will use these for concealers, correcting, even doing color bronzing or contouring I can do as well. So those are in there. The third drawer down is some of my palettes that will fit in here. I have my RCMA loose powder, of course. This is my go-to holy grail setting powder. I use this on every single skin tone. It never leaves flashback. I love this. This is getting low, but I do have a backup already in my storage. I keep brighter, brighter blushes for deeper skin tones or anything, so I can have a really nice pop of color for anyone. So I don't use this often, but I do have it. I have all of my highlighters in this little palette here. This is a MAC palette, but these are MAC highlighters, and then these 2 are Ofra, and this is actually a Physicians Formula one. It's more of a creamy one, and I really like it. It gives a really nice pop, and sometimes I'll use it on like the inner corner. I of course have the Anastasia brow palette. Couldn't think of it. And then these are almost all Anastasia blushes. Mostly Anastasia. This one, no, not that one. This one up here is the Balm. What is it called? I can't even remember at the moment. Hot Mama, I think it's called. But it has a shimmer to it. I usually will mix this with whatever other blush I'm using, and it gives it a really nice life to the blush, and I love that. It's really, really pretty. So next drawer are my lippies. And yes, I have a ton of lippies. I have all my lip liners in here, all my glosses, my liquid lips, velvet lips, all of the above. I will show you guys my most used are definitely my NARS. I love these. I don't know where I had been before I had found these, but these are my go-to lippies, you guys. These are all really nice, pretty nudes, as you can see. And I'll tell you guys the shades. These are the Velvet Lip Glides. This one is in Paradise Garage. This one is Roseland. This one is Unlaced, and then this one is in Swing. So these are like my favorite go-to nudie shades that I go to for almost every single person. I feel like I have a good range right here, and so all of these are really obsolete, but I like to have a good range. Before I was using those, which I feel like I just started using those maybe a few months back, before I was using those, I was really in love with these Milani matte lipsticks. So if someone does want a matte, these are my go-tos for that because they're really, really pretty and they last a really long time. So these are in the shades 10 Adorable and 39 Pretty. Pretty is a little bit more pink and Adorable is a little more nudie neutral, like leaning towards tan, and these are my favorites, you guys. These last a really long time. They dry down completely. They're not super uncomfortable. Or sometimes I will use these and put like a gloss over top, but they're really nice and affordable and really great on the lips. My other go-to favorites as far as liquid lips, oh, here's another NARS. It's more peachy. I don't use this one a ton. It's called Playpen. It's a really nice peach tone. And these ones, these NARS ones, they don't dry down. So I kind of really like that, and so do a lot of my brides. They don't love like the super matte drying lips, although I do use a lip scrub and a lip balm, but it's still really drying. So I love Anastasia's liquid lips as well if I'm gonna go the liquid lip route. And these are some of my favorite shades for the bridal party or the bride, and I mix a lot. Like sometimes, like I mix shades like a ton. So I won't really ever just use like one shade. Here's a nice little brown one that I have too. So I have like a super large variety. Oh, and here's like a really, really light one. This one I will sometimes mix in with like deeper ones to lighten it up a little bit. But I have a ton of these. I have every different color lip liner that you could ever imagine. And then I have some random, like these are lip colors, creamy lip colors that I'll use. These ones are from Too Faced. It's their melted latex, so they have a really good amount of pigment to them, but they don't dry down. So I will sometimes put these over top of the liquid lips if I need to, so that way they have a good bit of coverage and opacity, but they don't dry down, which is nice. It's pretty much like a liquid, a melted lipstick, hence melted latex. But I really like these two, and they're very hydrating to the lips, so that's always nice. I have an Anastasia lip gloss in the shade Dainty. This is a really nice light colored lip gloss that I can put over top of a lot of different shades to kind of give it a little bit of lightness, but also some sheen. I always have a clear gloss, probably, yeah, I have a couple clear glosses in here. This one's from Too Faced. This one is from NK Makeup. It's just a lip gel. It's got vitamin E in it and argan oil, so it's really hydrating to the lips. I have another melted latex in red. I have like deeper colors. Yeah, so that's, I always carry sharpeners because you always need sharpeners for eyeliner, lip liner, all that fun stuff. So that's it for lips. Okay, you guys, so that's everything in my kit. I hope you found this video informative, helpful. And if you have or use any of these products and love or hate them, let me know. I would love to know. Or if you have other options that I don't even have in my kit that you're like, how do you not have this? And I need to try them, also let me know down below, because I would love to try new products. If you guys know anything about me, you know that I love makeup and trying new products and reviewing them for you guys if you want, or anything like that. So I think that's it. So I hope you guys liked this video. Definitely don't forget to give it a thumbs up if you did, and subscribe. I'd love to have you a part of my YouTube family here. And I hope you guys are having a wonderfully blessed day, and I will hopefully be creating more video content for you guys very soon. So if you guys have any requests or anything you want me to film or try or anything, or if you want to see anything else in my makeup artist world, like my hair kit, if you guys want to see that, just let me know. And I will see you guys in my next video. Bye!